Okay, mate, I'm pleased to say that our new parts have come through without any issue, so they'll be on the car ready for the next race weekend.
It's a Saturday showdown. Anyone fancy some hot laps around Interlagos? It's qualifying day here for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix.
Okay, radio check, radio check.
Check, okay.
My God, my God, my God.
We've been pushed down to P22. Don't currently have the data for that request. afraid we've dropped to P22. P22.
Right.
I'm very slow because I got no confidence in the car. Copy.
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend. So we'll see you all tomorrow.
Okay, we've been pushed down to P12.
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend. So we'll see you all tomorrow. And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend. So we'll see you all tomorrow. Well, the weather is not looking good today. We're expecting the downpours to continue into today's sprint, and this will make for some very tricky conditions for all the teams. Interlagos, always a very special race here in Brazil. It's a 2.7-mile circuit with 9 left turns and 6 right turns for a total of 15 corners. It's a wet one today as well, so grip and visibility will be at a premium, and the drivers will need to be careful coming up the hill in Sector 3, the scene of many an accident over the years. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's sprint. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Piastri, Verstappen, Carlos Sainz, and Norris, Albon, Fernando Alonso, Hülkenberg, and Yuki Tsunoda, Bortoleto, Stroll, Esteban Ocon, and Gasly, Hadjar, Behrman, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, and Franco Colapinto, Mayer, Hamilton, Lawson, and Ethan Jackson rounds off the grid. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We'll soon find out. And alongside me today, a man small in stature but big on comment, Anthony Davidson. Hello. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. Interlagos, always one of my favourite weekends of the season. Love Brazil, adore this track.
Absolutely spot on, Crofty. I wish you could pick this circuit up and place it, copy-pasted on multiple different locations around the planet, because it is sensational to watch, sensational to drive. And for all these drivers here in Brazil, it's a great time to get stuck into this Interlagos circuit. It's an anti-clockwise track, lots of important corners to get right, and it's a track where you can make or lose an awful lot of lap time.
OK, let's have a comms check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
OK, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Max, radio check from the pit wall.
Yep, radio check.
Loud and clear. Radio check, man.
Loud and clear. Oh.
Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out. Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights. So we're leading our teammate by 9.0 seconds. They're on a fresh set of inters. They're in 18th. Time last lap, 1:35.0. You're in second place. Russell's ahead of you now. Okay, gap to the car in front, 1.2 seconds. They're on a fresh set of inters. Piastri's behind. They're on a fresh set of inters. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Okay, just 5 laps until the end. Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, so this light rain is going to be with us for a while now. Great work, that's a new fastest lap of the race. Okay, Russell's ahead, and the time last lap 1 minute 20.0. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on a fresh set of inters. Their tyres are 3 laps old. Okay, so you're gaining by 1/10 a lap.
A -5 brake bias and the thing just doesn't turn. It's unbelievable.
If you continue to cut corners, the stewards are going to give you a penalty. Be careful. That's Russell just ahead. Push for the position. Time last lap, 1:20.0. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 0.8 seconds. They're on a fresh set of inters. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap. Russell behind. They're on a fresh set of inters. Their tyres are 5 laps old, and the time last lap, 1 minute 21.7. Yes, and that's a podium. Excellent drive. The whole team have worked especially hard this weekend, and that, my friend, is a fantastic reward. Well done.
Yes, sir! Yes! So that wraps up the sprint race, but there's still more action yet to come this weekend. We've got qualifying and, of course, the Grand Prix.